Before the world wakes up, before the texts, the traffic, and the to-do lists, there's a rare kind of silence that holds incredible power. In these early moments, when the world is still and your mind is soft, you have a choice: to be swept into the rush or to root yourself in peace. What if just 5 quiet minutes each morning could rewire your brain, renew your energy, and restore your inner calm? This isn't fantasy, it's ritual. And today, you're about to discover how. Welcome to Ageless Lessons, the channel where timeless wisdom meets everyday wellness, and where small daily habits become your most powerful tool for living a vibrant, grounded, and youthful life. In today's journey, we're diving into 3 deceptively simple yet deeply transformative practices that can reshape the way you feel, think, and show up in the world. Mindful tea drinking, intentional breathing, decluttering for simplicity. These aren't fleeting trends. They're ancient, evidence-backed rituals that have helped generations, from Zen monks in Kyoto to modern wellness seekers, cultivate clarity, balance, and resilience. And here's the truth: whether you're 40, 60, or beyond, it's never too late to reclaim your vitality. You don't need expensive routines or extreme lifestyle changes, just consistent moments of mindfulness that align your body, mind, and spirit. Let's begin with something as simple and sacred as tea. But not the rushed cup you gulp while checking emails. No, this is a different kind of tea. One made slowly, steeped with care. One that invites you to pause. The steam, the aroma, the warmth of the mug in your hands, it's more than a drink. It's a meditation, a moment to just be. Studies show that simple rituals like this reduce stress hormones and activate your nervous system's rest and digest response. In traditional Japanese culture, tea isn't just consumed, it's honored. It's a lesson in presence, gratitude, and grace. So tomorrow morning, instead of reaching for your phone, reach for your kettle. Sip slowly. Breathe deeply. Watch how it shifts your energy before the day even begins. Speaking of breath, let's talk about your greatest untapped tool for peace: your own lungs. Breathing is automatic, but conscious breathing is transformative. Inhale deeply, hold, exhale slowly. Just 2 minutes of this kind of breathing can calm your nervous system, clear your mind, and connect you to the present. This is the 4 to 6 breath. Try it during traffic, before a meeting, or while your tea is steeping. It's always available. It's completely free. And it works. Because your breath is more than air, it's an anchor. In this fast-paced, over-connected world where we're taught to go, do, and push constantly, we've forgotten the quiet strength of simplicity. But before we were tethered to screens and schedules, there were rituals, grounding acts that helped us slow down and remember who we are. Ageless living doesn't begin with a product or a program. It begins with the choice to live intentionally, to replace noise with stillness, chaos with clarity, doing with being. So, as you listen today, I invite you to look closely at the small spaces in your life, your mornings, your breath, your home, and ask, what can I transform into a ritual? What can I reclaim as sacred? Because you don't need more time. You need more presence. And that begins with your next breath. When you begin to treat each breath as a conscious act and every sip of tea as a sacred moment, you shift from surviving to thriving. But there's another layer to this transformation: your environment. The space around us directly influences the space within us. Cluttered surroundings often reflect a cluttered mind. That's why simplicity isn't just a design aesthetic, it's a psychological tool. When we simplify our spaces, we make room for peace. And peace, unlike productivity, doesn't demand effort. It arises naturally when chaos is removed. Look around your home. Do your possessions bring joy or mental noise? Do your routines feel nourishing or numbing? The ritual of decluttering, physically, digitally, emotionally, frees us from the weight we didn't even realize we were carrying. Start small: 1 drawer, 1 corner, 1 inbox folder. As you clear space, you'll begin to feel lighter, more focused, and strangely more alive. Decluttering isn't about having less, it's about making room for more of what matters. And the more we simplify, the more we amplify our ability to live intentionally. This principle applies not only to our physical world, but to our mental world as well. How many of us carry thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve us? Outdated expectations, comparisons, grudges, and guilt clutter our inner space like dust on a forgotten shelf. Through the ritual of journaling, reflection, or simply sitting in silence, we begin to sweep those corners of the mind and create room for clarity. A clean space and a quiet mind are the perfect environment for ageless living. They invite us back into ourselves. They remind us that the most meaningful changes are not always visible. They are felt in the heart, in the stillness, in the joy that bubbles up when we feel aligned. And that alignment comes through daily practices, not random bursts of motivation. That's why rituals matter. Habits are automatic. Rituals are mindful. And mindfulness, more than anything else, is the root of vitality. When we live on autopilot, we disconnect from the very life we're trying to hold on to. But when we pause, breathe, and return to the moment, we infuse our lives with presence, and presence is what makes life rich. These rituals, tea, breath, simplicity, are the scaffolding of a beautiful, vibrant existence. They are not flashy, but they are profound. And they are available to everyone, regardless of age, income, or background. You don't need to travel the world or change your job to feel renewed. You simply need to begin, right where you are with what you have. Light a candle in the evening instead of scrolling. Stretch in silence before you start your day. Make your bed with attention. Say thank you before you eat. These are all rituals, all invitations to connect. And connection is the ultimate source of vitality. Not just connection to others, but to self, to nature, to the now. Aging gracefully isn't about stopping time, it's about stepping fully into it. This idea of stepping fully into time, into presence, is at the heart of every ageless practice. When we are fully present, time loses its grip. We no longer chase youth. We embody it in the way we listen deeply, move intentionally, and respond with care instead of reactivity. There is a certain radiance that emerges from people who live this way, a quiet confidence, a sense of inner spaciousness. And this radiance is not found in external appearance, but in internal alignment. It shines through people who have learned to appreciate life's pauses, not just its progress. One of the most impactful ways to cultivate this presence is through movement, gentle, intentional, mindful movement that honors the body rather than punishes it. Whether it's yoga, tai chi, walking barefoot on grass, or simply stretching your arms to the sky each morning, movement becomes a ritual when it's done with attention and gratitude. Too often, we treat movement as a chore or a means to burn calories. But what if we saw it as a way to express aliveness, to circulate energy, to honor our physical vessel? Your body is not just a machine to maintain, it's a partner in your ageless journey. And when you move with love instead of pressure, you feel more connected to it. You begin to listen more. What does it need today? Rest? Strength? Flow? Through this dialogue, your body becomes your teacher, and your relationship with it transforms. This transformation deepens when you combine movement with breath, awareness, and a sense of ritual. Try walking without your phone. Let each step be a meditation. Feel the contact of your feet with the earth, the rhythm of your breath, the openness of the sky. Let the act of walking become a moving prayer. In this way, ordinary activities become extraordinary. They become medicine. And you begin to realize that agelessness has less to do with what you do and more to do with how you do it. When we slow down, we begin to hear the subtle messages of our intuition. We notice the sunrise. We remember to call someone we love. We cook with care. We make time for wonder. Wonder, in fact, is one of the most underrated rituals of all. As adults, we often lose touch with awe, dismissing it as childish or impractical. But awe is essential to feeling alive. It reconnects us to mystery, to beauty, to something greater than ourselves. Watch the stars. Stand beneath a tree. Listen to music that stirs your soul. Let yourself be amazed again. In awe, we expand. In awe, we return to the most vital parts of ourselves. These moments of reverence, however fleeting, infuse our lives with meaning. And when your life is filled with meaning, it becomes rich regardless of your age. That richness, that emotional nourishment, is what so many people are truly craving. Not just more years, but more life in their years. This is what ageless rituals offer us, the chance to live deeply, not just long. And to live deeply is to live deliberately. Every day offers us dozens of chances to turn routine into ritual, to replace distraction with devotion. Even the way we eat can become sacred when approached with awareness. How often do we rush through meals, eating out of habit, stress, or boredom, barely tasting the food, barely present to the nourishment we are receiving? But imagine instead lighting a candle, putting away your devices, and giving thanks, even silently, before taking that first bite. When you chew slowly, when you actually taste your food, digestion improves, yes, but something deeper happens. You become part of the moment. You align with your body's rhythm. Eating, then, becomes a form of meditation. And when done regularly, it becomes a reminder that every act of care, no matter how small, is an expression of self-love. This is where the magic of ageless rituals truly lies, in their power to turn the ordinary into something sacred. From brushing your teeth with full attention, to making your bed with gratitude, to setting an intention before starting your car, these are the hidden moments where transformation lives. The more of these you claim, the more grounded and empowered you feel. You start living from the inside out instead of the outside in. You stop chasing the next big thing and start savoring the current little things. And the truth is, little things done daily are far more impactful than big things done occasionally. That's why consistency is more important than intensity when it comes to these habits. It's not about doing a 2-hour meditation retreat once a month. It's about doing 5 minutes of deep breathing every day. It's not about overhauling your diet overnight. It's about choosing one meal each day to eat mindfully. These small rituals, repeated over time, create compound peace. They rewire your brain, soothe your nervous system, and shift your entire way of being. And what's most empowering is that you are fully in control of this. You get to design your day around what nourishes you. You get to build a life that supports your energy, your creativity, your joy. You don't need to wait for the weekend, the vacation, or retirement to begin living well. You can begin now with what you have, where you are. The doorway to ageless living is always open, and it's always here. The more you walk through it, the more you reclaim your power. You become the curator of your life. You stop reacting and start creating. You become someone who moves through the world with grace, calm, and clarity. And that's a kind of beauty that doesn't fade, it deepens. It grows more magnetic with time. People feel it when they're around you. They feel safer, calmer, more seen. Why? Because you've made space within yourself. Because your rituals have made you whole. And that wholeness radiates outward. It touches every conversation, every decision, every relationship. When you're grounded in ritual, your energy shifts and others can feel it. You're no longer frantic, reactive, or easily overwhelmed. You're present, responsive, and calm. You begin to model a new way of being. Instead of being a victim of time, you become a master of your moments. And that mastery, that steady presence, is the true essence of ageless living. It's not about appearing young, it's about feeling vibrant, balanced, and aligned. And this state isn't achieved by chance, it's cultivated through conscious daily choices. Let's look at evening rituals, for example. Most people wind down their days with screens, noise, and a flood of input that overstimulates the brain and disrupts sleep. But what if you ended your day like a ceremony? Dim the lights. Turn off your devices. Reflect on what you're grateful for. Stretch gently. Sip something warm. Play calming music. These practices signal to your body and mind that it's safe to release, to let go. And when you sleep well, everything improves: your focus, your mood, your immune system, even your ability to process emotions. Good sleep is one of the most underrated health tools available, and the path to it often begins hours before your head hits the pillow. The way you close your day is just as important as how you begin it. Both bookends create a container for the life that unfolds in between. When you treat your mornings and evenings as sacred, your days take on new meaning. You begin to trust the rhythm of your life. And with that trust comes ease, an ease that can't be faked, an ease that whispers, "I am safe, I am well, I am whole." From this place, creativity flourishes. Relationships deepen. Clarity sharpens. You no longer need to escape your life, you want to be in it fully. And that's what agelessness truly means. It's not resisting the passage of time, but embracing it with such reverence that each moment feels complete. That reverence is contagious. It inspires others to pause, to breathe, to return to themselves. And in that way, your rituals don't just change your life, they ripple outward and begin to change the world. A more mindful world. A more present world. A world that remembers how to be still, how to listen, how to feel. Because when you return to your rituals, you return to your roots, not just culturally, but spiritually. You remember that you are part of nature, not separate from it. And nature doesn't rush. It unfolds. It adapts. It thrives through cycles. Your rituals reconnect you to those cycles, the rising sun, the turning seasons, the inhale and exhale of life. And in that reconnection, you find peace. Not the kind of peace that requires everything to be perfect, but the kind that exists even when things are messy. That's resilience. That's strength. That's grace. And grace is perhaps the most ageless quality of all. Grace in action is what happens when your rituals become non-negotiable, when they stop being things you try to fit into your life and start becoming the structure upon which your life rests. This is not about perfection. It's not about rigid schedules or unrealistic expectations. It's about creating touch points throughout your day that bring you back to yourself. Morning tea. Deep breathing in traffic. A gratitude note on your desk. An evening walk without your phone. These aren't escapes, they are re-entries. Each one is a doorway back to your own presence. And over time, these daily rituals carve out a sense of stability and nourishment so strong that even in the face of chaos, you remain steady. Because you've trained yourself not with force, but with consistency, to return again and again to the here and now. And here's the thing, life doesn't get less chaotic. The world doesn't slow down. But you can. You can choose your pace. You can shape your days. You can become someone who moves with intention, who listens more than reacts, who responds with kindness instead of urgency. And when you do, you don't just feel younger, you feel more alive. You glow from within. You become a source of light for others. That's the power of ageless rituals. They are not time-consuming, they are time-creating. They give you back your focus, your clarity, your creativity. And more than anything, they reconnect you to what truly matters. In a world that wants you to chase, to compete, to prove, rituals gently remind you to be, to trust, to enjoy, to live. This is the wisdom at the core of agelessness. Not that time stands still, but that you do, calm, anchored, whole, no matter what life throws your way. So start today. Don't wait for the perfect schedule, the perfect body, the perfect mindset. Begin with one breath, one cup of tea, one act of simplicity. Let that be enough. Then let it grow. Build your own rituals, ones that suit your season of life. Let them evolve. Let them root deeply into your days. Because you deserve a life that feels as good as it looks. You deserve to feel calm in your skin, clear in your mind, and light in your heart. This is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And it starts not with some grand gesture, but with your next quiet choice. You already have everything you need. The tools are within you. The time is now. The journey is yours to take. So light the candle. Breathe. Sip. Smile. Begin again. And know that in doing so, you are choosing a path not just to longer life, but to richer life. A life infused with meaning. A life that teaches others not by words, but by presence. This is the essence of Ageless Lessons. This is your reminder. You are not too late. You are right on time. Subscribe to Ageless Lessons and transform the way you live, one mindful habit at a time. Sparkles. By joining our community, you'll gain weekly access to practical wisdom, calming rituals, and timeless strategies to help you feel more energized, focused, and fulfilled no matter your age. From guided meditations to powerful mindset shifts and simple daily practices, every video is designed to help you reconnect with yourself and live with more purpose, peace, and joy. Your path to a vibrant, ageless life starts here. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell. Your future self will thank you.
Thank you for watching Ageless Lessons. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to stay updated with our latest content. Be sure to tap the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Want to dive deeper into timeless lessons? Check out our other videos on the screen now. Keep learning, keep growing, and we see you in the next one.